shit now. This is the problem.
UFC 300 here wasn't the best. Opponent change on 12 or 14 days notice to a guy that you've already beat, which, you know, sometimes it's hard to kind of fight a guy that you've already beat. How much of those factors kind of added to this win tonight? Does it make it extra special knowing what you had to go through to get here?
Yeah, I've been coming to Vegas to compete since I was 6 years old. I wrestled in many national tournaments here, and I just think it's unfortunate for Physique to fight me twice coming off of losses. I mean, again, you know, and that's the battle here, is to never forget what I just felt. You know, the more you win, the more confident you get, and that shit doesn't help you. You know, confidence helps, but it has to be true. You know, you can't have false confidence stepping in there. And so, you know, I told my coaches they have to remind me multiple times through camp that, you know, every fight is so dangerous.
Tea time still booked for Sunday. You're going to go low?
Yeah, I'm going. I don't know if I'm going. This is my second round this year. I'm 100% sure I'll beat my father and my brother.
When is Archie Colgan getting to the UFC?
He's on his path. I think it's important to earn a certain amount of money outside of here, so that when you come here, they have to pay you. And he's doing what he has to do. He's I can't believe how strong he is. And you know, a couple more fights. I think, you know, he's going to win the belt over at Bellator, and then we'll see. He's got a great manager, just like me. Thank you.
Who's next? Hey, yo, Anakin MMA. What's up, my dog? What's up, my dog? How we doing? How we feeling about those fights? Big Anka in there. Did you have him winning? Did you have him winning before the fight and then after the fight? Why do you think Alex was scared on the feet? Bro, takedown, dog. Unfortunate. I don't know. Alex did not go for it. I got a lot to say about this one. I'll be honest with you. Some things that you may not like, somebody might not like, but I'm gonna throw it out there in a few minutes. Did you have Ankalaev winning that one before, heading into the fight, or what were you thinking? Yeah, I don't know. Ankalaev by decision. I don't know, man. I think the fact that he hurt him in that third, was it the second round, end of the second round, and then you couldn't capitalize on that, throwing the takedowns in there? How do you not finish an Alex after hurting him on the feet? I was disappointed in Ankalaev there for sure. No question. I mean, Ankalaev's good heading into the, I thought it would be split. I was leaning towards Alex. I want Alex to win just because look at Magomed's record. Not a lot of finishes. Dude's super skilled. Arguably the best light heavyweight in the world, skill for skill. I wanted Alex to win, man. After the fight, what did you think about it, though? You think he won the fight? Very close. Damage-based scoring, you got to remember that. That's the thing. Hard for me to just say that Ankalaev won that without question. I thought he could have won 4 of the rounds, in all honesty, but if we're going to score it based on damage, round 1, Pereira. The fact that Yuri couldn't beat Alex and Magomed did. Magomed did not beat Yuri. Wait a second. The fact that Yuri couldn't beat Alex. Okay, I'm reading that wrong. No, I got you. The fact that Yuri couldn't beat Alex and Magomed did is impressive. Right, but Yuri's not really the well-rounded mixed martial artist per se. Yuri's really good everywhere as well, but I thought Magomed won. Could have gave it to Alex, but still close. Yeah, I think it was really close. I'm not upset that Magomed won in any way. I see how he won it, but we go and look at damage-based scoring, and I see people talking about the Mayron Santos and Francis Marshall fight. I didn't see it live. Coming back from work. Didn't get to catch it. I'm watching the Jordan Santos and Ozzy Diaz fight right now, but we'll get there. Can I speed it up is the question. Playback rate 1.5. Okay. Let's speed it up then. Alex Shmood heavyweight. Yeah, just like the when he took the Izzy loss, move up. Take the loss. You did what you could. Couldn't beat the best guy. Move up. Go ahead. I do not understand why he was so hesitant, why he was so shy on the feet. Very bizarre to me. Very bizarre. Nothing going on at the post-fight presser right now. We'll see if anybody pops up. Jordan and Marshall fights were weird scoring. Yeah, I don't really care about the Jordan Santos and Nazi Diaz fight, to be honest with you. These guys aren't going anywhere. The Myron Santos. What am I saying? What's his last name? Anyway, Myron and Francis Marshall, those guys are young. Like, they got something going for them in their careers. But Jordan Santos and Ozzy Diaz, I don't really care. Watching it just for fun. But, boy, do I not care about that one at all. Could care less, really. Oh, what'd you think of the Ruffy fight, though? Mauricio Ruffy getting it done. And Bahamundez. Still can't get over that Ruffy KO. Were you having troubles with the pay-per-view, dog? Holy shit, ESPN Plus is a piece of crap. Here in America, man, this shit, wildly stupid how terrible ESPN Plus is. I can't believe the amount of people that were just going through it on ESPN Plus. And I know, like, ESPN Plus always giving people trouble on a weekly basis. Somebody out there's always having trouble with it, but this was, like, widespread. And they had me fucking gaslit. I'm on the phone with ESPN. It was tweaking for me. Dude, I had them on the fucking phone, and they're, like, gaslighting me into thinking it's my Wi-Fi. They're like, hey, man, it's your Wi-Fi, man. I've never seen an IP address like this. Your IP address is messed up. You must have some VPN. Your Wi-Fi might be hacked, man. And then I open Twitter up after, like, being on the phone for a fucking hour with these idiots. And, turns out everybody's having fucking problems with it. Really? Like, that's your answer? Come on now. Pissed. All right, round one. I gotta be honest, I'm not gonna sit around and watch this Ozzy Diaz and Jordan Santos fight. Round two, they're getting after it, though. They're hitting each other pretty good. But yeah, I mean, ESPN Plus looked like it was down big time. People couldn't buy pay-per-views. People couldn't access the app entirely. I'm trying to log in and out of accounts. I can't log in and out. I'm deleting accounts, making new accounts. Like, fucking disaster. ESPN Plus always glitches for me. Dude, I've never had issues up until this point. And like I'm saying, I always see somebody's out there complaining about it. And, like, I'm just sitting there like, thank goodness it hadn't happened to me. Thank goodness it ain't happened to me. But now it did. It's the only shit I fucking watch. I don't watch any other sports. I barely watch movies or TV shows, man. It's the only shit I watch, and on the one fucking day of the month that actually matters, shit's not working. I was pissed, bro. I was about to run through a fucking wall. I don't know if I've been that upset in a long time. Pissed, man. Fucking, dude. It makes me mad just thinking about it. Ridiculous. What do you think of Turner retirement? I don't know, man. I think it's disappointing because he's still fun to watch. Like, that was still fun to watch for a while. Still a good fight while it lasted. Great stuff by both guys. Like, just throwing the kitchen sink at each other for like a minute and a half. And then Bahamundez snatches that shit up off the bottom. Fantastic. But Turner, man, I'm disappointed because I love seeing him fight. Here's a Dana White. I'm going to turn the volume up. See if he says anything crazy.
The gate was 10.1 million tonight.
But I don't know. Good for him, I guess. Getting out before he takes too much damage, not sticking around, being foolish.
Performance of the night.
Ruffy Bahamundez next. Hell yeah, dude. Give me that shit all day. But I don't want to ruin a prospect. Here's my. Much like I said a couple weeks ago about the Brendan Allen and Fluffy fight. They could have fought one more. Could have fought a, Marvin Vettori and a Jared Cannonier, beaten both those guys, let's say, hypothetically, and then they fight as a number one contender fight. That's what I want to see. Don't ruin your prospects. But at this point, man, I'm also, like, the other side of that argument, because you're saying, how crazy would that fucking fight be? Fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal fight. Ruffy and Bahamundez. But my problem with it, like I said, I don't want to ruin a prospect, but at the same time, they're putting together shit fights, and I just don't fucking care half the time. I don't care about building fighters for 10 months when they're clearly ready for things. Patty Pimblett, somebody like that, needs to build up and get better. Somebody like a Bo Nickel needs to build up and fight all the time and get better. But Ruffy and Bahamondes are ready to go, man. Like, just get them in there. Let's have a fun fight, whatever. Like, just let it play out. So you've got, for me, it's like this dilemma. Like, do you ruin one of the prospects, or do you allow to just have a great fight on a great pay-per-view wherever? Like, there's two sides to it. Do you ruin a prospect, or do you need to get an immediate great fight out of it? Because they're both on the same schedule. Can both probably get in there fairly soon,
They stole it away from the first 2 kids. They were looking like they were going to win it.
That's frustrating. This Ozzy Diaz Jordan Santos fight's going off though. Bangers.
I do want to fight for the title again at some point, before he's done. Do you feel like at this point in his career he's still on a potential championship trajectory?
I mean, what's he ranked right now? 4th or something, right?
Third.
Yeah, 3rd. There you go.
Just how good is Ludovic Klein has a win over Ignacio?
The odds of him getting a title shot.
I think Ludovic's very underrated.
I haven't seen
Did he
this. I
beat
saw a lot of
Ignacio?
people complaining on
He did
Netflix
beat him, didn't he?
tonight. They couldn't buy the pay-per-view. Did that make it to you? Do you know?
Yeah,
anything about it?
yeah, it made it to me.
All right, Dana White says he's heard about the ESPN Plus issues. Let's see.
On ESPN Plus, I don't know what happened with their platform tonight, but yeah, there were a lot of pissed off people.
Couple outside of tonight. Obviously, you're making big news in boxing. The announcement.
I was fucking one of them. I've never been that fucking pissed off trying to open a fucking TV. The fuck is up? Just put it on fucking TV. Put it on satellite. What is that, like new Elon Musk thing? The fucking Starlink. Get your fucking Wi-Fi anywhere. Just beam the TV streams down to us, man. What are we doing this shit over the internet? It's dumb. Anybody's internet could crap out at any time, and you're risking it.
And Saudi are the dominant players in boxing.
Longtime MMA fans risked that fucking Ruffy. Like, a lot of fans missed that Ruffy knockout, okay? That's ridiculous. That's unacceptable. Stupid. And you call me, I'm calling them on the phone, I'm talking to them, and they're telling me it's my Wi-Fi. They fucking told me that they are not having issues at 9:30. They're telling me they are not having any issues.
Looks like a very fun business to be in.
It's your Wi-Fi, bro. That's what they're telling me. They're on the phone. I'm talking to them for an hour. They're telling me it's your Wi-Fi.
And I think
You're the only one having issues.
you know,
Clearly not.
crew
Clearly not.
out quick that
Unacceptable.
it's a lot tougher than it seems. And
That-
came to
That makes me more angry than anything. Than it crashing and being terrible. We know that ESPN Plus is not great. And like you said, it happens every time you go to watch fights. What's fucking wrong is when I'm on the phone with you and you tell me that, no, we haven't heard of any of this. Oh, we don't know about any of this.
I'm trying to get him to pump the
Clearly that's not true.
we don't just lay it all out there.
God.
This whole press tour that we did.
Yeah, man. Ludovic Klein's last loss for Ignacio. Yep, forgot about that.
He's a visionary when it comes to the sport, and he wants to
I forgot that
one of
John McDessie beat him. Holy crap.
events.
Then he comes back with a spinning knockout over Roosevelt Roberts, Rong Zhu, Trey Ogden, loses to Klein, beats Christos Yagos, fantastic fashion, first round. Manuel Torres, first round knockout. Jalen Turner, first round submission. This guy's going after it in the first round.
We're planning on doing 'cause,
Ridiculous.
we have to build some infrastructure first and figure out, and we got to get a rights deal. We're out shopping a rights deal right now. Lot of work to do before we start announcing big things.
Last thing I want to ask you about with Power Slap.
Power Slap questions.
Are changing all the time right
watch
now,
out
it
now.
seems. Why YouTube? Why is that where you picked to put it? And do you see that as a long-term solution for Power Slap?
Well, I don't know if it's changing. You just have, when you think about the world right now, you have all these different sports, not just in the United States, but all over the world, battling for content rights. And if you look at combat sports,
Dude, I can't even go back and watch the Myron
even
Santos
Shake
fight.
Murphy,
You got to be
the
fucking
money
kidding
that he
me.
has and the money that they've been spending in the sport of boxing, they don't have a
Get
big
the
rights
fuck
deal
outta
either.
here.
So
Fuck off.
sometimes you got to get creative.
Ignacio does seem to be getting better after every fight.
And
And to throw in
as
the
far as I'm
submission game there with the
concerned,
long
it's more
legs.
about eyeballs.
Dude.
Obviously money's
I mean, he's not
important.
going to submit
You gotta have
everybody.
money
Jalen
to-
Turner.
To keep the thing rolling. But
Where's his level of
YouTube's
fighting
incredible.
IQ at?
2.5 billion
Saw what happened
potential
with
viewers every time you do
Moicano.
something.
Can he keep it
And,
up? I think Jalen Turner could still put on good fights. It's just,
we
man,
were
it's
talking
like
to a lot of different people.
you come to that
linear
realization, like, are
television,
you going to be the best in the world? Are you going to be a
we came
champion
from
one day?
Rumble.
Is that what you're fighting
Rumble
for? Or are
ended
you
up
fighting
being
to
like our Spike
have a career
TV
and make money and
to
fight
launch it.
fights? Like, he
They were
seems
really
maybe
good
that
to
he's
us.
was
And,
fighting for championships, and
yeah, this just seemed like
he's just
the
dealing
right
with it. He
move
said
at the
something
right
about
time.
he was talking with
What I
John
don't
Morgan or
like is
something.
once we start talking about doing deals, people start telling you what you can and can't do, what you can and can't advertise. The list goes on and on. And I like to run my own production, run my own show.
Bro, Productions, you picked it right, man. You picked it right. I mean, you thought Uncle Aya was gonna finish him, bro. He didn't. I'm disappointed in him, especially since he hurt him. That fucking made me mad, dog. Holding him up against the cage the whole 4th round, fucking ridiculous. Then he doesn't even play it smart enough to just hold him up against the cage in the 5th round, plays it fucking dumb, and almost gets fucking cracked out of there with a head kick. I mean, in the 5th round, what are we doing here?
We don't know his schedule. I know he's been bouncing around, but do you see this everywhere?
And then holds Alex up against the cage the last 30 seconds. Don't like it. You knew, man. You had the feeling. You knew Alex Ankalaev was going to win. That's just tough, man. I don't know, man. Based on damage, you still think he won, though? That's what I'm wondering. I think Ankalaev probably, if I'm basing it off of traditional MMA scoring and the Myron Santos decision, allegedly, then Ankalaev gets the win. But, I mean, it's damage-based scoring, and they don't seem to weigh damage the same. I think Alex has an argument for 1-3-5 on damage. The head kick, couple of shots, but the calf kicks tearing him up in the 1st round. Easily goes to Pereira, 3rd round, very close. I want to rewatch it, but I fucking can't because ESPN Plus is fucking awful. So I don't know. But, man, you were right. Ankalaev gets it done. It just, How do you rock Pereira on the feet and then you don't even try to go for a finish? How do you not? How do you not? Ankalaev got to be the most infuriating fighter that I've watched because he's so clearly good. He just will not go for the finish, will not risk anything. Alex made the mistake not throwing hands. Dude, for sure. 100% that was the problem. When he went, he was landing a couple shots here and there, but he got cracked back, scared of the takedown. I mean, fair enough. He defended well, though, so he shouldn't have been so hesitant. He did good with the leg kicks, but you never want to overdo it. No, because you get caught standing around. I mean, that's what Glover and Polino were saying in the corner. Like, dog, you're throwing the kick, and then you're just standing there leaving yourself out of position. That's what happened a couple times. That's really where he got caught. He's throwing those dry, loose, solo calf kicks, and then getting caught right after with something straight down the pipe. I don't know if he overdid it. I think Ankalaev just caught him a couple times, to be honest with you. Ankalaev looked great in the striking, but, man, it pisses me the fuck off when you do not go for a finish. You're the guy who's the wrestler coming into this. And you guys know, you fucking watch the sport. You're not stupid. Ankalaev's more prominently a striker, right? He doesn't take down a lot, but he's well-rounded. He's a good, well-rounded mixed martial artist. Why the fuck are you doing this shit with Alex? You hurt him, almost finish him in the end of the 2nd round, almost drop him flat on his ass. You pick him off a couple of times when he's breaking out, catch him on the break multiple times, and you can't fucking finish that guy, and you've got the takedown advantage. He's scared shitless of the takedowns. He's not pressing the advantage here. He's not pressing forward on the action, and you can't get a takedown, number one, get a submission. You ain't going to do that. You don't have any submissions on your fucking resume. You're not going to get him ground and pound out of there because you ain't going to try to fucking take him down. You smash him up against the cage in the 4th round, fucking dumbass. Why are you not trying to finish this guy? You're hurting the better kickboxer on the goddamn feet, and you won't go for a finish? Are you stupid? Do you want people to keep watching you? Do you want people to like you? Because nobody's going to want to watch that shit. Nobody's going to want to watch that shit, man. I think Magomed's probably the best mixed martial artist at light heavyweight. But a fucking Yuri Prohaska who's just all gas, no brakes, going for the finish the entire fight, somebody like that could beat your ass. What the fuck, man? What are you doing? You're a buffoon. And I don't think the judges got it wrong, per se. I think Ankalaev has an argument for 4 rounds to 1. But that head kick in the 5th, calf kicks in the 1st, Alex gets 2 rounds in my mind. Arguably gets the 3rd. I'd have to rewatch it, but I can't fucking rewatch it because ESPN Plus is fucking down. You got to be joking. You got to be joking, man. This shit's annoying as fuck. We're talking about a deal with Netflix. Dana's up here on the podiums talking about boxing and power slap. Talk about your fucking fights, man. Talk about your fights that are going down. Talk about how ESPN Plus is a disgrace of a platform. Embarrassing. Can't get us to watch fights across the board. The entire United States fucking shut down. Everybody in Europe's all good to go. It's on TNT Sports, live TV for free. Easy peasy. But for us, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Tired of this shit. I can't even fucking enjoy the fights. Can't even just enjoy the fights. I got to deal with the bullshit of this. How's the scoring work, man? It's like one thing after another. Eye pokes one week, scoring the next, fucking ESPN Plus down the next. Get the fuck out of here. All in one night. And then you argue, was the judging wrong in the Ankalaev fight? Like I said, I think he's got a great argument for winning, no question. I think Ankalaev probably deserves to win, but is it damage-based scoring or not? Is it damage-based scoring or not? Alex definitely won the 1st and the 5th. What about the 3rd? Let me rewatch it. It's like, can't. So I'm not upset that Magomed won. Not surprised. I don't think you guys are surprised. Productions. You knew, man. You had it picked right. But I wanted Alex to win. Just to shake it up. To prove these guys wrong. The better athletes, sometimes they do win. And in this case, Magomed got it done. Dude's great. Great fighter. Very skilled, both on the feet and on the ground. But didn't really need much of the groundwork in this one. 4th round was pretty uneventful. And that's what I was disappointed with Ankalaev. Because I think he can be better. He just doesn't push the same way some of these other guys do. So we'll see. We'll see what happens going forward. Immediate rematch. That's definitely in question. Dana said he's scoring the main event. See what he says.
Like shocked when I heard the decision.
Gotcha. And talking about Ruffy with that amazing.
Wasn't shocked. Ruffy.
You got him, John Silva, Carlos Prates. Like, do those guys on Tuesdays when you guys do matchmaking, like, you look at those names and be like, yeah, we got some fun fights coming up for those guys?
Yeah. I mean, we have a whole. We
Talking about
added this
Ruffy
whole
and
part of
Mahomes
the
now.
board. I have all this stuff on the wall. I like it all on the wall. We have this whole thing that we just added to the wall with all the up and coming guys that we liked from the Contender or guys that come off, a night like tonight, and we keep them on the wall to keep them top of mind, and so the answer is yes.
On the broadcast for UFC 314, Yair Rodriguez and Pitbull are now on the prelims. Is that just to get the most eyeballs on that fight because it's going to be probably...
We really don't determine that until we get closer. We start moving stuff around a couple weeks before the fight. So that's not definite.
We know why
Did
that's
you
on
watch
ESPN.
the,
Come
Tank
on now.
Davis boxing match?
I was somewhere. I don't remember where I was, but I've only been home
Come on.
it's like my 17th.
They want Pitbull and Yair on ESPN.
But I was somewhere. I don't remember where I was.
We know what's going on there.
Talking about Turkey,
Come on.
wanna do one-on-one
Be honest. It's because you want the eyes on it. If Patricio gets a knockout,
square boxing event that's going
that's big time stuff if it's on ESPN regular.
Incredible. I mean, to
Lots of eyeballs. Millions of eyeballs instead of just a million or 2 tops with all the illegal streaming.
I think it's brilliant.
They know what they're doing.
And,
They also know what they're doing with the women's fight here. Like, there's no reason for that to be on a pay-per-view main card. Look at how that halted the momentum tonight. Fucking Ruffy.
I did the Sphere.
One of the best knockouts you will ever see.
I thought more people were
Ruffy?
trying to do it after we did.
Over Bobby Green, a legend like that.
Thanks. Yeah.
And then to have that fucking stinker of Amanda Lemos and Yasmin Lucindo in between. And then to get right back at it. First round submission, Bahamondes, after a back and forth banger of a fight. Minute and a half into it. Whose face was fucked? Bobby's?
Yeah, it's
He
been,
broke his nose falling down, dog.
I thought
awful stuff for Bobby.
Realize what busy really was until the last
Tough
couple weeks.
shit for Bobby, man.
But yeah,
I feel bad for him in a lot of sense.
we're gonna.
I saw
think
something that
hope
said he's
this guy-
fucking 0-2 now that he's
We're
changed his
gonna
name, which is
invest, like,
crazy.
10 to 12 million dollars into jiu-jitsu over the next year. So
Tough loss for Bobby, man.
big
But
on
yeah,
boxing,
Ruffy,
obviously going big on boxing.
knockout of the year contender right there, no question, dude. These fighting nerds are insane. Who the fuck are they? How did they find them? How are they built like this? What are they doing? Where are they coming from? Insanity.
Power slap in the next 2 years.
And these are just their first
Again,
couple of products coming out of
power
this
slap in the next 2 years.
camp. There's more guys in the gym. Who are these guys? Where did they find them?
Frontman for so much on top of running the business. At what point do you say, I gotta find someone to pass a few of these things on to?
How?
Find out this year. This year is going to be the,
Where do the fighting nerds find these guys?
this year. We'll see. We'll see how long I can run this hard. Come on, Gary Brecka.
Dana, off to your right here, mate.
Everybody mourning the loss of Alex Pereira. Dude, I'm disappointed. Could have pressed the action more. Should have pressed the action more. Looked terrible backing up on the feet. Ah, dude. 10.1 million for that. What an incredible business. Live sports property. Yeah, but how many fucking pay-per-views do you sell? None? Because nobody could fucking buy that shit? God damn, these fucking idiots. ESPN fronts the entire bill for these fucking pay-per-views, so they don't even give a shit if they don't sell any, because the fans are out here fucking unable to even connect to ESPN. Can't get on ESPN. Can't get on ESPN Plus. Can't even buy the goddamn pay-per-view, and they don't give a fuck about it. Dana's response, oh yeah, I heard about it. I heard about it.
Don't know who anybody is until the
Yeah, but now all these lifelong MMA fans are missing out on one of the best KOs you'll ever see. Great finish by Bahamundez. Gaethje Fiziev was a fucking banger. And then Magomed and Ankalaev. Obviously, the fight was kind of boring. Tense in the early going. Very tense. Had me sweating, but like, that's a big fight. Alex Pereira's your biggest star, and like nobody's on pay-per-view watching it because we can't get access to the pay-per-views because ESPN Plus is broken. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Longest active unbeaten streak. Yeah, unbeaten, but not win streaks. There's a difference. Good for Ankalaev, but he could have pushed harder. He could have done more, and you will never convince me otherwise. Never convince me otherwise.
If those big fights
Yuri's already in the hunt. Pereira, or better idea, let's go straight to the hunt, the title. Give it to him. Let Yuri fuck him up. You're going to just ride out decisions. Productions, I wasn't against you, man. If Ankalaev was going to go in there and get a submission or knock his ass out on the ground, go for it. Fucking do it. And he didn't. He didn't. Why not? You hurt him on the feet. That's his wheelhouse. That's his game. That's not exactly yours. You're a well-rounded guy. You're more of a striker when it comes to MMA, right? You're not as good as Alex Pereira on the feet, but yet you fucking hurt him. You hurt him. And you don't go for a takedown to try to mix it up until the fourth round and then you just sit on him in the clinch. Get the fuck out of here, dude. What are you doing? I'm tired of it, man. Good for him. He got the win. Played it smart in the fourth round. Almost got knocked out in the fifth by that head kick. What are we doing, dog? Stupid. Stupid. Mad as hell, dude. You know what? Everybody shits on Merab and Bilal. Bilal fucking took down Leon Edwards, dumped him on his fucking head, and pieced him up, man. Merab got the takedowns on Sean O'Malley. Ran through Umar when he needed to. What did Ankalaev do? Poked and prodded. He hurt him once. Great striking. Great showcase of striking, but the grappling, you're grappling, your MMA grappling. Shit, man. You didn't do shit. Couldn't take him down. Couldn't take him down. You hurt him on the feet. You couldn't take him down. Didn't do anything on the ground. Couldn't hurt him on the feet any further. You hurt him on the feet. Why not take him down and fucking smash him? You got him thinking about the takedowns. Why not? What are we doing? What are we doing? I cannot believe this. That's why I'm pissed. That's why it makes me mad. Disgusted and didn't even have to try to hide it. Yeah, I'd be disgusted too. It's like the Mario Bautista win. You're the younger, faster guy. Why are you not beating up on Jose Aldo? What are you crushing him up against the cage for? That's not fighting, man. That's not MMA. That's not real combat. That's not mano-y-mano. I'm going to hold you up against the cage. This isn't a guy with a knife or a gun. It's hand-to-hand combat. You're not damaging a person. Damage-based scoring. It's what it is. Go read the rules. Damage-based scoring. Ride out the rounds, take a break, take a rest. Go ahead. I got nothing wrong with that. Use it to your advantage. What are you doing sitting in the clinch? You want fans? Finish, guys. You want fans? Go for the finish. You don't always have to get it. Go for it. Put your neck on the line. Put something on the line. Risk it. And fans will come to you. Justin Gaethje, Fiziev. Fiziev didn't lose a single fight, or a single fan in this fight, man. He got after it. He was exhausted in the third round, short notice, wasn't fully ready to go a full 15 minutes, 25 minutes, whatever it was. I don't understand why these athletes are not ready to go that hard for that long. I don't think that's a good look from the outside to casual fans, but he took it on very short notice. He pushed hard, and he lost no fans for taking that on short notice and putting on a banger with Justin Gaethje. Magomed Ankalaev, on the other hand, hurts Alex Pereira in Alex Pereira's realm of fighting, in his best, in the only thing that Alex Pereira is good at. He hurt Alex Pereira. He hurt the guy who only has one really great skill. He hurt that guy. And then you couldn't secure a takedown? Beat him up in the clinch? Nothing? No more damage beyond that? Stupid. Stupid as hell. Great win. Smart in the fourth round, if you want to call it that. But then he doesn't even do the same thing in the fifth. Goofy-ass fighter, man. Goofy. Goofy fighter, Magomed. Justin Gaethje wants to set a date with the UFC champ Islam Makhachev after his win. All right, this is not how we do things. You don't lose and win and then get right back in there. That doesn't make sense. You go on a win streak, you put together 2 wins as the top of the division, then you get your shot. You don't just jump in there after 1 win. That's not how the sport works. It shouldn't be how it works, unless you're a fucking huge star, because of course it's a sport. There's money involved. It's prize fighting. Okay. Justin Gaethje getting in there right back up, right in there again, quickly with Makhachev. If they want Gaethje to get in there in a month, I don't care. Go ahead, run it. Keep Islam active. But that's not what they're doing. Don't put Gaethje in there unless he gets another win. It was a late notice win against Fiziev. If Fiziev had taken that on full. Why am I getting these ads, man? What is this? Fiziev getting in there on late notice. He won the first round pretty clearly. Second round was close. Started to grow in exhaustion and just kind of faded down the stretch, man. If he had a full camp, does he win that fight over Gaethje? I'd argue maybe he does. I don't know. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
You're not upset that you stayed home and you watched our product.
Dude, all they're asking Dana White about on the press conference is boxing. That's all they got to talk about. It did win fight of the night. Good for them. Great fight between the two of them. Back and forth. Each round was pretty close. First round, I would say definitely Fiziev, no question. Yep. Fuck Zuckerberg curse. Should Pereira push for an immediate rematch? Or move to heavyweight? I throw that out there to the chat. What do you guys think about that?
And I had him on the TV out there beside the octagon. So
Will he do what he did when he lost to Izzy? Take the loss and move right on up? Just say, forget it. I lost. Did what I could at the division, at the weight. Move on up? That's probably what I'd like to see, in all honesty. He's 37 years old. Heavyweights, they last the longest, have to be the least athletic. Pereira probably runs through quite a few heavyweight guys.
WWE could go Sunday, and yeah, the answer is yes. We're definitely going to do that.
Habib congratulating Ankalaev. Of course he does. Brother from the region. But Habib and fucking Islam Makhachev, they fucking fight and they go for finishes, man. These guys fight hard and they fight to the end. They fight tooth and nail for a finish is what they fucking do.
I got everybody, but he's dead serious.
They try to hurt these guys.
About it tonight. Yeah, he's dead serious. So
Magomed
see how that
gets a knockdown. Just almost gets a knockdown.
You good?
Beats him up on the feet. Go for the finish. What are you doing not going for a finish? They're not even going to bring Magomed to the fucking board. I know they're not going to bring him up to the board. Ain't no way. Embarrassing. Guru's still going. We can listen to him. Fuck this guy, man. How do you not go for a fucking finish?
No deriding. All right. Thank you for the $2.
Can't get over it, man.
Impression of Cartman.
I can't do it, man.
I don't know what it is.
It's ridiculous. How do you not go for a goddamn finish when you hurt him on the feet, man? Habib congratulating brother. Ankalaev, he made history. It was an amazing performance against a very tough opponent. Yeah, Alex just looked... I'm not going to make excuses for him. I wanted Alex to win. Love Alex. I think Ankalaev's underrated. I think he's really good. But he did not go for a finish, and I do not like that kind of shit. I do not like what he did in the fourth round. Pereira did not get after it, man. He did not throw hands like he needed to throw hands. Did not pressure like he needed to pressure. Let Ankalaev dictate a lot of that fight on the front foot. Not a good look for Pereira in that one. Gaethje says, coming off a loss like that, I had to dig deep. I expect nothing less from myself, and I did it. He did it, man. Short notice, Fiziev. Fiziev got exhausted. I don't know if Fiziev definitely took that first round. Definitely went after Gaethje. You think if Fiziev had that full camp, you think he could have done it? I'd argue maybe he could have. I think so. I think Fiziev is probably better than Gaethje, striking-wise. I think he won the first fight, not by a wide margin. I think this second fight very close as well. Very fun fight. Both fights very brutal. Hard strikes landed by both guys. Great fights. Make great action. And people were saying they wanted to see Gaethje and Gamrot. Get out of here, man. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. I don't want to see Gaethje and Gamrot. Don't ruin this guy like that. Just put Gaethje and Hooker together again. Why not? Why not? International Fight Week. Get it going. Move on. That's the fight to make. Alex Pereira era is over. Just move up to heavyweight, man. He could get the immediate rematch. They'd probably give it to him. They'd probably let him do that. He might win. He might change up the game plan, pressure forward, go forward, on the offensive the entire time, keep the calf kicks going, went after him hard in the first round. Could he do it? Maybe so. But you know what? He's getting older. Just move on up to heavyweight. Bulk up a little bit. Make one last run. Run through some of these fat, obese guys. Just take him out. Get him out of there. Don't need to see him anymore.
Izzy's leg was done after 4 kicks. Anker's different. Yeah, his lead. He was off the lead this time, though. He didn't really get off much rear low kicks. Khabib saying Ank made history. They're about to flood all the comment sections. It is what it is. Thank you for the 5. Sick of it, man.
Yuri's responding. Congratulations. Let's go straight for the title. Might as well. Don't really care. Let him do it. Habib said he's making history.
Weasel's going to do it and give it to Ankalaev. You already know it, man. Don't get how anyone's a fan of Dagestanis. They're ugly.
Take some time off. Pereira had 5 title fights and just shy of 16 months. Get some rest and come back. He took very little damage, though.
KOs and scraps, and they never give us that, man.
Took very little damage.
Let's just keep it fucking real.
Could he be right back in there against a contender at heavyweight? Volkov? Something like that?
Tapping and fucking hugging against the fucking cage. These caucus fucks. I'm sick of it.
Mark Goddard had to break him up in the clinch. You remember that? Guru just said it. I heard him say that shit.
Fucking nasty KO in a big fight, man. It's fucking bullshit.
I heard him say that. Not the only one thinking it. I'm thinking it too. He broke him up. Something went wrong. See what James Lynch's got to say.
With Rose Sparks, you get the effects of Viagra, but faster. Why? Under the tongue dissolvables hit your bloodstream.
This is a disgrace. It's time to act. Dana White, eliminate this trash. The commission had seen enough.
Ro.co/sparks.
Dude, I wasn't even paying attention to that fight. 2 minutes into that fight, I knew what it was going to be. Not good. Not good.
It was Ruffy fighting Dawson because Green beat Dawson, so I think it's like some revenge for that. I think that's what it was. It was something about Dawson getting revenge, and I just immediately thought Santos because Marshall's his teammate, but you're right. He's lightweight, so my bad on that. Guys, it's late here, so excuse me for being at my best. Probably Alex's worst fight.
The fuck, man? I knew that fight was going to be terrible. I didn't care who it was, what it was.
I don't know. Prayer sub was very slick. You could say Alex looks.
There's like 3 good, watchable women in MMA, and I cannot stress that enough. They're skilled, but they cannot hurt each other. They're skilled, but they cannot hurt each other. That is absolute fact.
I think you could just say both things.
They are highly skilled. Better than some of the men, I can say that for sure. But they cannot do damage to each other. They cannot be submitted in the same way that men can. They're way more flexible. Their bodies are just different. They don't hurt each other the same. They can't submit each other with the same level of ferocity. I don't know what you would say in that respect. It's late. I'm losing my fucking mind here. Pissed about this fucking...
I'm getting a couple hours sleep, and I got to go on the road. I got a hockey tournament tomorrow. His last tournament.
Damn it, ESPN is fucking bullshit.
But yeah, one more time, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Awesome chat tonight, guys. I'll talk to you on Monday. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Dude, everybody's dropping on me. I'm like one of the fucking last ones standing. Who else is live? Who else is live that we can listen to? Uncle Live ain't even going to pull up. Let's be honest here. He ain't going to pull up. Even if he does, I don't even care what he has to say. What excuse are you going to make that for that one? Oh, yes. Fucking Nina drama. There we go. Love it. Great. Can't get enough of that. Fuck off, dude. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want you on my page. The Drake curse is undefeated. Ay, ay, ay. No. All right, let's look at the scorecards. Round 1. Mike Bell, 10-9 in favor of Pereira. Derek Clearly, 10-9 Pereira. Sal D'Amato, 10-9 Pereira. Round 2. Across the board, goes to Ankalaev. Round 3. Very close. Across the board for Ankalaev. Round 4. Clean across for Ankalaev. Round 5, I have a big problem with. Alex Pereira did more damage in round 5. No question. What do you remember from that 5th round? The head kick. Damage-based scoring. Takedowns aren't damage. Holding up against the clinch ain't damaging. Pitter-pat. Knees in the clinch that aren't doing any damage. Small knees. Short knees. Soft knees, I argue, on the thigh. Not doing it.
2 bodies, 2 days.
It's not the same. It's not the same. I don't think Pereira gave up the 5th. I think he took the 5th. I think he won the 5th. Why do you think he was raising his hands? I don't think he won the fight, personally, but round 3 was very close, and I'm surprised that all 3 guys gave it to Ankalaev there. I don't get it, man. There's a new king in the light heavyweight division. And he can't finish nobody. He hurts him on the feet, and he can't finish him. He's a better grappler, but he can't get a takedown. Stupid. Here are all the new champs now. Pantoja, awesome to watch. Love watching Pantoja fight. Merab, Fun fight style, crazy, gets after it, goes forward no matter what. Ilia Topuria might be the best fighter of all time for all we know. Knockout power in his hands. Great all-around fighter. Islam Makhachev, well-rounded. Great kicks, great stand-up fighter, very technical, and is super strong for the division. Bilal goes forward, gets the takedowns, does enough to piece you up on the feet when he needs to. Dricus du Plessis, a madman, a marauder, a monster. John Jones, he can beat up old man Stippy, but Tom Aspinall's the one we got to watch out for here. We know it's Tom Aspinall. He is the uncrowned champion. Unify the belts, get it done. John Jones, international fight week. Let's fucking go. Get the fuck out. Move on. Ankalaev, though, what the fuck does he do special? He was very technical, very good. All these guys try to go for some kind of finish, try to get the fight done, push hard, push a pace. And then this guy. What are we doing? High pace, high pressure, high volume, Pantoja. Don't even need to say anything about Merab. That's 10 times the amount that Pantoja can put out. This guy puts it on everybody, knocking motherfuckers out. Makhachev, getting it done, finishing guys. Bilal puts a pace, puts a pressure on guys. Dricus, same thing. Marauder comes forward, absolutely no question. Will put everything on the line to come forward and beat your ass up. John Jones, technical, skilled, fun to watch everywhere. Is he the best heavyweight in the world right now? I'd argue no. Tom Aspinall, putting guys' lights out. Ankalaev does none of that, has no finishing ability whatsoever, shies away from the finish. Alex Pereira had him right there. You had him right where you needed him to be. Alex Pereira was not throwing his hands, should have been going forward, but did not. Magomed Ankalaev had the perfect opportunity to take out an Alex Pereira and did not do it. Chose to go the boring route, chose to clinch him up against the fence in the 4th round. Come on, man. If you're going to beat him like that, fucking beat him for real. What are we doing? What are we playing at? What a joke this is. I'm fine that he won the fight. I think he won the fight, but get out of here, man. Miss me with all this bullshit of him being a worthy champion. He is not. He is not. He is not an MMA fighter. He's not a combat sports athlete. He's a point fighter. You can't tell me otherwise. Really hard for me to understand. Took out Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker's glass chin. Go ahead and tell me that. Almost got Pereira out of there. You got the skills. You got the ability. Fucking go for it, man. What are you doing? I can't get enough. I cannot say more other than that. Magomed's great. Good at what he does. But how are you not getting finishes? How are you not going for guys? You have the guy who's a striker hurt on the feet, and you don't get after it. You don't finish him. Why not? Why not? You had him there. You had him right where you needed him to be. You needed him with such a low output that you could get after it. You showed us what you can do in there, and you did not go forward and get the job done in the fashion that you should have. But go ahead. Hold him up against the cage in the 4th round. Go ahead and do that when you clearly could have hurt the guy even further, could have shot for takedowns, could have tried to get him. You didn't. You played it safe. You sat on the ground, or you sat up against the cage, excuse me. I got no problem with this guy personally, man. I think he's good. I think he's probably the most well-rounded guy at light heavyweight. Probably a deserving champion. But nobody cares, and he's not fun to watch at all. Nobody cares. Nobody will ever care about this guy. I'm sorry. Just won't happen. 31 years old. Yuri probably going to come along and smoke this guy. Yuri goes for the finish the entire time. Doesn't care. Takes the shots to give a shot. Alex Pereira, more technical. Comes from the kickboxing realm. Doesn't want to give up too much. Scared of the takedown. Not good on the ground. Yuri doesn't care. Let him take you down. Yuri don't care. He'll go for submissions. He'll throw shit up. Always going for finishes. It's a little bit different of a level of fighter than Pereira. Pereira was going for it. Got after it. Definitely more aggressive in the 5th round. Thought he did more damage in the 5th round. Thought he won the 5th round. Don't get how the judges would say otherwise. Rocked Pereira on the feet in his own wheelhouse. Clean it up. Clean house. Do it, man. Get it done. Stop playing around. Nobody wants to watch that. We want to see you get finishes. Nobody else is out here that are champions. You want me to pull it back up? I mean, we'll go back to it. Even the guys that are boring, even the stereotypical boring guys are still going for it. Trying to get finishes, pushing forward, pushing a pace. Magomed ain't pushing much, man. Beat Alex fair and square, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Very annoying. The guy could be great. Could be something else. He looks like he's got the ability to hurt guys. Looks like he's got the ability to take some guys down, but he couldn't take down Pereira. Couldn't hurt Pereira even further than that. Almost knocked him down, but he didn't. Capitalize on it, bro. $6 a.m. and I just seen Alex. Ankalaev takes it from Alex. Tough loss. Baja Mendez was going to call out Moicano after his win. I'm not sure he actually did it. That would be a fun one to see. One coming off a loss, one coming off a win. Moicano, pretty popular out there. Ruffy got the wheel kick knockout. Fucking fantastic. Fantastic, man. Great shit. Leaves Bobby slumped out on the canvas. God, man. That's wild. I can't believe he pulled that shit off, dude. If Herb Dean was the ref for the main event and he was allowed to give yellow cards for timidity, yeah, the entire fourth round would have been yellow card, yellow card, yellow card, yellow card on Ankalaev. What are you doing, man? Get after him. Hurt him. Carlos Prates was literally smoking when they went to him on the camera. These guys are crazy, man. Fighting nerds are next level. All these guys got something special, got something different. Caio, obviously not the next level finisher like some of the other guys are, but the dude's probably the best out of the four of them if I really had to guess. If I had to say who's the best out of them, probably Caio. Haven't seen much from Gene on the ground or Prates on the ground or Ruffy on the ground. I can pretty confidently say Caio's arguably the best one in there. Who knows? I think Gene's got the potential to be really good as well. Rafael Fiziev. Butt choking Gaethje. This was a hilarious position to get caught in. Fiziev kind of just fell into a takedown and then Gaethje could not scramble to save his life. Dude was a fucking college wrestler. And he was having trouble with Fiziev in moments. I know MMA and straight wrestling is different, but come on, dog. How do you let this happen, bro? This is hilarious. Fiziev dedicates the entire life to mastering the art of Muay Thai. And Justin Gaethje goes in there and just says, let me just blob all over you. Put these hands all over you. That's funny, man. Bro legally changed his name to King and has been slept in the first round every fight since. He beat Jim Miller. Did he change his name? Was that a year ago? I think he had his name changed for the Jim Miller fight, but it's still funny nonetheless. Joe Rogan with the Fighting Nerds glasses. Ruffy, apparently, that's not actually his last name. He changed it because of Luffy from the anime, I believe. That's the story there. ESPN Plus. Bullshit ass ESPN Plus can't get their shit to run. Fucking telling me it's my fault that it's not working. Fucking gaslighting my ass into thinking it's my Wi-Fi. I'm about to call my wife. I'm so desperate to watch these fights. I gotta watch these fights. It's the only thing I fucking watch. The only thing I enjoy outside of fucking working. When I come home on a Saturday night, I want to fucking watch fights, talk about them, and go to fucking sleep, man. And I can't even do that because ESPN Plus can't get their shit together. That's like the big story of the night for me. ESPN Plus destroys the pay-per-view. What's the word? The pay-per-view outlet, let's say. And then ESPN Plus and the UFC are asking us, well, why are the fans watching and streaming the fights elsewhere, man? Because your app's shit. Because your app is shit. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Here's Ankalaev. Finally, man. Finally.
Trim your hedge.
What's this guy got to say?
We'll see what the date is. We'll be happy to accept it.
In the front right here. A lot of the narrative entering Alex's fights are his leg kicks and whether his opponents can withstand them.
Your ass got chewed up by the leg kicks, though, my friend.
Experts and journalists, when they watched your fight against Jan, said,
Blahovic did it. He didn't change much,
Jan's
man.
leg kicks, how would you fare against Alex's? So I guess after spending 25 minutes with
Oh,
a lot of leg kicks, how do
I
you
could
think
watch
you
that all day. That is one of the cleanest wheel kicks you'll ever see. He looks like he's throwing a left hook here, right? So Bobby kind of starts dipping out like, oh, I'll just slip out of the left hook. And by the time he turns around, it's so fast, Bobby doesn't even know what the fuck hit him. Oh! Crushes him. Holy shit. Woo! Ruffy gets it done. Oh, I could watch that 1,000 times over. Oh, right off the dome, flat heel shot right to the temple. Boom, bang, bop, the dude is done.
No point they lose control of my leg or felt like it was
Throws the calf kick. Bobby slips out. Good to go. Throws like he's throwing a hook, left hook. Bobby slips out. I'm good to go. Nothing's happening here. No, sirree. Not yet. Not for the fighting nerds. Not for Ruffy here, bro. Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God. Mauricio Ruffy flatline KO over Bobby Green. He landed lead head cook. Lead. Faked the lead hook. Dude, it was the hook. Set it up. Bobby thought it was the hook. Thought I'm clear. Just a hook. Nothing to worry about. It's so beautiful because it's not just a naked kick that he didn't see coming or he wasn't paying attention. Not like the Frivola and Benoit Saint-Denis kick where he's just running away from him and he just kicks him and hits him clean. He fakes the left hook, starts the motion of the left hook, and then swings around with the wheel kicking. Hits him perfectly across the temple, across the side of the head with the heel. Beautiful. Beautifully set up and then beautifully executed. 1-1, go together, makes a perfect highlight from Ruffy here. Watch it again. It's the only thing worth watching right now. The only thing keeps my spirits up after that loss. Woo. Watch. Moves the left hand out there. Prods out there. See what I mean? Kind of waves the left hand at him. We saw what Gene Silva was doing a couple weeks ago. He's kind of waving the hands at Bagdasarian a little bit. Waves the left hand over, but he knows what he's doing. He's using it going right into the wheel kick, the momentum of the movements leading one into the other.
Я думал, мы планировали, что он будет идти вперед, бой будет проходить в центре. Ну, получилось так.
That is a thing of fucking beauty.
Особо, можно сказать, не старался даже его валить.
I knew that against the cage,
Throws
he
it.
would be pretty good
Calf
at
kick.
takedowns because in the light heavyweight division, it's pretty hard to take somebody down.
So he's
against the
prodding
cage.
with the left.
So we thought that
Watch
the
what he
fight was
does
gonna
with
be
his left hand
forward,
now.
He was going to be pressuring, and we would be able to wrestle with him in the middle
Kinda
of the octagon.
Throws that
Obviously, we saw
shoulder
that wasn't
down
the
like
case.
he's going to throw a strike.
You've done so
Big
much work,
looping
Jim,
hook,
to
right?
this
Bobby's
point. I
like,
know you
oh,
said
that's
many
nothing. I'm
times
just going to
last
avoid
time
it.
fight
Dude's
you
being
put
a
it on your
fool,
mind,
throwing
but
random left
given
hooks.
that hard road, given what
Putting too
happened
much
last
power
time,
into it,
does it
going to
make
turn
it
it too much
more
over, and I'm going to slip
satisfying
out and
having that
throw
belt in front of you
the
right
right hand or
Прошел
left
невероятно
hand
длинный
back
путь
at
для того,
Ruffy.
чтобы дойти до сюда. Я знаю, что ты говорил, что прошлая возможность биться за
Ruffy
титул,
turns
ты
right
эту
into a
возможность
kick.
забыл,
Bobby's still
двигался
slipping,
только к этой,
doesn't know
только
what's
вперед.
happening yet.
Теперь, когда ты таким
Thinks it's
образом
maybe a
заработал
spinning
свой
back fist.
пояс, насколько это чувствуется?
Right here,
Большой
right
респект.
about this moment, he realizes, ah, shit.
Да, это очень радостно.
Oh.
Я думаю,
And the
теперь
angle he
я буду
brings it up
больше
at,
трудиться,
perfect
так как,
angle.
все будут охотиться за моим поясом.
Spinning.
Особенно
Shooting
ее
lower. Bobby's
удержать
like, ah, is it going to the body? Is it coming to the body? Let me block low. Just nothing. And just pulls it up at the last. Look at the trajectory on it. Just clean, straight arc right to the head. He knew where he was going with it. He knew where Bobby was going to be.
Yeah, it's a wonderful, great feeling. It's a happy feeling. But now I'm going to be working even harder because now I'm the hunted man in the division. Everybody's going to be hunting
Man.
after my belt. So in order for me to hold it for a long time, I'm going to have to be working harder.
You just saw Craig
working
Jones
more
kiss a
intensely,
man on
and
live
you know
TV.
what? The doors for the
That shit was
challenges are gonna
funny.
be open the entire time.
And with that in mind,
Craig
obviously
obviously
John
plays it up for the
Jones was
cameras in
leader
every
of this
possible
division
way.
for so long, and it's been
Hilarious.
hard for anyone to get out of his shadow. Alex did a great job with his reign, but 14 fights undefeated. What do you think you have to do during this title run to, I guess, craft your own legacy and maybe have those conversations about John go away?
Magomed's
Понятное
legacy,
дело, что в
what's it gonna
полутяжелом
be?
весе Джон Джонс был королем долгое-долгое время, защитил пояс очень много
What
раз.
is
После этого Перейра
Ankalaev
защитил пояс
legacy
достаточно
gonna be?
много
Let's
раз.
listen.
Что ли тебе нужно будет сделать как чемпиону? У тебя серия из 14 побед, но что тебе нужно будет сделать как чемпиону теперь для того, чтобы про тех ребят перестали говорить и говорили, что Магомед лучше в этом дивизионе?
Я думаю, мне дали бы возможность 2 года назад пройти хороший лагерь и также биться за пояс. Я думаю, у меня
I just
уже
don't
были
care about this
много
guy, man. He
защит.
doesn't really get after it
И,
like he needs to. If he got after it
и
and
многие
really put it
говорили,
on guys,
You know, if 2
it'd be
years
totally
ago I was
different,
given
totally
the
different
ability to
story.
do a
But he
full
doesn't.
camp to prepare
He
for
does
my title
not.
shot, I'm sure that
And
at
I
this
do not
point I would have
appreciate
had the
that.
title and a few defenses behind my
if
belt.
Alex Pereira had gotten knocked out going for the
Magomed,
finish,
thank
it would have, number one,
Magomed,
given
congratulations.
Magomed a
Can you
finish
talk
and
a
made
little
him look
bit
good.
about what it
And
was
number
like to deal
two,
with the
Poatan would have
crowd all
gained
week?
more
Obviously, they were
respect for
very
me
against you at the
from
press
me because he's
conference and the
trying to go for the
weigh-ins and
finish and
a
pushing
little bit
hard
more
no matter
tonight.
what,
Just what
getting
was it
after
like
it in
to
the
have to
fifth round,
put that
going for
aside,
broke.
and how are you able to deal with it?
That's how you gain
Можешь
fans.
поговорить, как у тебя
Justin
получалось
Gaethje, win or
разбираться с
lose, puts
публикой,
on
которая
bangers
всеми
and
тебя
people love him
освистывала
for it.
всю эту неделю, также сегодня освистывали. Насколько у
Fiziev
тебя
lost no
получалось всё
fans.
обо всем этом не думать, и
Taking that
концентрироваться
fight
на
on
этом
short
бое?
notice, saving the card, getting in there, putting on a
наоборот,
banger
можно
against
сказать.
Gaethje.
Getting hurt
He
on the
gets
job
all
can
the
have
fans. He's
serious
gaining more
consequences.
positivity.
Daggett,
He's
Sheila,
got
we
he's
understand
his
the workers' compensation system, and we'll help you get all the treatment and benefits you're entitled to.
When
It's
serious
so late I'm
matters,
losing the
call
word.
Daggett Schuler for a free consultation.
Because the feeling of everybody rooting against you, you kind of want to prove yourself, prove to them that you can
Fiziev's
do it.
on the
So
up and
to
up,
me, there was
man.
more
There's nothing
motivation.
wrong with what he did. He took a
Gone to fight
loss,
around
but
the
not
world.
for the
Is there a
fans.
particular place where you would like to defend
Public
your
opinion
title
of
right now?
Fiziev,
Виделся
positive,
везде
more
во
positive
всем
than ever,
мире.
better
Есть
than
ли
ever.
какое-то место, в котором ты хотел
Dude looked
провести свою
good, put
первую
on a great
защиту
fight,
пояса?
fun
Какое-то
fight,
определенное
banger.
географическое место?
Late notice?
Ну,
Nobody's going to disrespect that. Nobody's going to say
не
that's
имеет,
not
такого
worthy of
большого значения, я
respect,
думаю. А если
worthy
будет
of, man,
Абу-Даби, это
that's
было
great
бы
shit.
вообще
Fiziev,
отлично.
I like this
It
guy.
doesn't really matter to me, to be honest.
Fights
but
whenever,
if it
wherever.
can be Abu Dhabi, it would be excellent.
Magomed wants to wait out till Abu Dhabi.
You took this fight during Ramadan, which you normally don't do.
Taking the
maybe
fight during
as,
Ramadan?
For people that
Okay.
aren't
Oh, well.
familiar with what Ramadan
Is what it is.
and what that means to Muslim people, maybe explain
More of them should do
Ramadan
it. I
and
don't see
how
why not.
hard it is to fight through this time. And
There's Craig
does it
kissing
make
the dude.
the championship more
All right.
special?
Curtis
to
Blades
win
and a
the
couple
belt
other fights
during
were
this
pulled out.
special time?
The
Примерно
Gutierrez
бой во время
and
Рамадана. Обычно ты во
Castaneda
время
fight
Рамадана
fell through as
дерёшься.
well.
Для тех
But,
людей,
you
которые
know,
не знают, что
Volkanovski,
такое
he was
Рамадан,
there.
и не
Could have
понимают,
could have
насколько
taken
это
it on
сложно
short
биться
notice.
во время Рамадана.
Could have been
Рамадана.
him, man.
Пожалуйста, объясни,
Could have been him.
насколько это может быть сложно, и
Andrew
насколько
Tate
может быть эта
getting a
победа
full
даже
fighter
слаще, что у
introduction.
тебя получилось выиграть этот
Yuri
бой
screaming
именно
at
во
the
время
guys.
такого святого праздника.
Месяц Рамадан,
No Chama
чтобы
tonight.
все знали,
No Chama tonight.
это для мусульман месяц священный, месяц прощения. И
In
в
my
этот
living room
месяц
when Agam-
все
Magomed picked
постятся с утра до вечера
Or Alex.
и
I
по
can't fucking
ночам
talk.
уходят в мечеть и
Can't
молятся
talk.
Всевышнему, да?
He was running for 20 minutes. I'm happy
Я
for a
принял
rematch. Maybe in a
бой,
rematch he
потому
can fight for real.
что я не
It's a good
выбирал
line.
дату
Good for
и
him.
не хотел упустить возможность.
Boring,
так как
dull,
если,
hugging, stalling,
ну,
incorrect
не
decision,
знаем,
winning.
если я бы не
Pussies
принял
rallying
этот бой,
together. You'd love to see it.
то
Yeah,
когда
Devin
я
Haney.
вернулся бы и где дали бы мне бой. И я решил не упустить эту возможность, как бы тяжело не было.
I still like Ankalaev better than Devin Haney.
Но
Devin
мы
Haney, bro.
приняли бой,
That's a point
выиграли
fighter if I've ever
пояс.
seen one.
Я очень рад.
For those that don't know, Ramadan is the holiest
That's
of holy
funny, man.
months for the
That's a
Muslims.
good. That's
This
a
is the
fucking
time
good
when
tweet
we
right there.
Worship Allah. This is the time when we ask for forgiveness.
That's
This
funny
is
as
the
hell.
time when we fast
Ankalaev,
during the day, and then in the evening we go
dude's
to the
really
mosque
skilled.
and
Devin
we
Haney's
pray.
just a point fighter.
And so,
He's not dangerous.
the reason why we
Ankalaev
did
can
accept
be
this fight
dangerous.
is
He's got the
because had we
potential to
not,
be
we
dangerous.
wouldn't know when we could come back and when we would get this
That's funny
opportunity
as hell.
again. But we don't choose the dates. We don't choose the opponent.
John
We
Anik,
accept
when
the
asked about if
challenge,
Gaethje
we
gets the
accepted
title
this
shot next, I'm going to
opportunity,
try and
it
put
was
informed
great that we were
speculation
able
out
to
on
win
this
the
elite
fight.
where it seems might get
Спасибо.
the inside position on it. It's a fresh
Magomed,
matchup, but
привет,
you got to do
поздравляю с
Justin
победой.
Gaethje versus
Magomed,
Makhachev.
скажи, ты первый
Get the
российский
fuck
боец,
out of
который
here, man. You
побеждал
got to
титул
put wins
действующего
together. You can't
чемпиона.
lose fights
Как
to
считаешь,
somebody that's not even in the fucking division and then beat a guy like Fiziev on late notice. You can't lose to a guy not in the division, Max Holloway, and then you come back in there and get a win on late
First of all,
notice, and then you get a
congratulations,
title
and
shot.
second
Get
of
the
all, you're
fuck out of here.
first Russian
Get
fighter
these
that was able
guys.
to take the belt of
Have
an
them.
active champion. Do you think that that's a most
Number one
important
contenders
win
do
out
not
of all
exist in the
Russian
sport
championship?
anymore. It's embarrassing.
Ну, я думаю,
It's
это
pathetic. I don't
не
want to
имеет
see it.
такого большого
Get the
значения.
fuck out of here. Magomed Ankalaev
выиграть,
fucking fought
пояс.
tooth and nail for his number one contender spot. And we see why he got here to deserve it. He fucking won the
С
fight.
действующим чемпионом
Gaethje ain't done
как-то,
shit,
ну,
man. You beat a
главное,
Fiziev on late
стать
notice.
чемпионом,
So
забрать
what?
пояс.
Fiziev
Я
arguably
думаю,
won the
нет
first
такого.
fight.
Yeah, I don't think that it makes it
Beat the
more
shit out of
worthy
Gaethje in the
or
first
less
round.
if you take it off of the active champion or just a vacant belt. I think the most important thing is
Come on,
to
man.
be able to fight for the championship and to win
What
the
are we doing?
championship. There's no difference.
Stop pretending
Ты
that
сказал
shit.
то, что,
That's just dumb as hell,
то, что
man.
против тебя
Who the
болели
fuck are you to
люди,
say
это
that
тебя
shit?
мотивировало, настраивало,
You get
вдохновляло.
one win on late
Скажи,
notice. The guy's
люди,
stepping
которые
in on
говорят
10
то, что
days
пост
notice, and that's
скучный, ты
worthy of a
сейчас
title shot
можешь
against a
что-то
Makhachev.
сказать, какой-то ответ дать на это?
You said that
Fuck
all
off,
the
John
boos
Anik,
and all
man.
the people
Come
that
on,
were
dude.
booing against you, they were
Get the fuck
motivating
outta
you. For those people that think that you have a boring style, do you think that this fight answered their question?
Ну, я не знаю, я не понимаю таких людей, которые говорят, что мои бои
Ankalaev
скучные.
still got a boring style, and I can
Вы
say that.
знаете,
He fought
все
well. He
Алекс
fought
Перейра
really
тоже
well
считался
tonight.
таким
Did
самым
exactly what he
зрелищным
needed to do to
ударником.
get the win. But he's got a
В
boring
Англии
ass
против
style, and he
меня
better not
вы
say
увидели,
otherwise.
что он сделал. И не принимал бой, и избегал. Это от меня не зависит. Это зависит от соперников, которые избегают меня.
You know, I don't understand why people think that my fights are boring.
They're boring as hell.
Everybody thought that Alex Pereira coming into this fight was
You
the most
finished a
exciting
broken
striker in the
glass
division,
jaw.
and then you saw the way he fought against
Johnny
me.
Walker.
It seems as though when people come out to fight against me, they all of a sudden become boring. You saw what he did.
So what?
So it's not just dependent on me. It also depends
Everybody's
on the dance
finishing
partner,
Johnny
on
Walker,
the
dude.
opponent that I'm fighting.
Finish Pereira. You had him hurt.
14 боев без поражений,
You had him
и
guessing on
ты как
takedowns. Why
считаешь,
not?
смогу
Get after it,
победить,
man.
пикового
Take him down,
Джона
smash him
Брауна?
on the ground, or finish him on the
14
feet. Do it,
fights,
man.
unbeaten streak. What
Push,
do you
man.
think? Would you beat the peak John Jones?
Ну, это не знаю, как ответить на этот
Just said he
вопрос.
would not beat John Jones, really?
Я думаю,
Weesh. I think Magomed probably beats John Jones. Alex Pereira probably beats John Jones. Yuri Prohaska probably beats John Jones. Rakic probably beats John Jones. Jan Blachowicz at this age, I don't know, but probably beats John Jones. Charles Oliveira beating Michael Chandler, even though Michael Chandler in this day and age is not the same Michael Chandler as many fans think he is, that's still a better fucking win than Fiziev on short notice. It was short notice. He gassed out. He beat the shit out of you in the first round. Charles beat Michael Chandler from nearly the beginning to the fight to the almost the very end of it. Arguably just as good. You know what? In fairness, that's probably about equal. I think Fiziev is better than Chandler, but it was still short notice. I say that weighs the same. Charles Gaethje, run it back then. If you really can't figure out a number one contender, if you really can't get Arman in there, Arman's the number one contender. Beat Charles, beat other guys in a row, in succession. Get him in there. Arguably Gamrot in their fight. Let's just be honest there. Dan Hooker, Justin Gaethje. John Anik, you're stupid for saying that stuff. Come on, man. Be honest. This shit is so stupid. John Anik's a smart guy. Most of these guys are smart, but they're so obsessed with just being in the moment. I don't know if it's creating clickbait or what it is. Gaethje does not deserve the title shot. I do not care. If he wants to be backup for the fight, if it's going to be Arman, go for it. Be my guest. If he wants to be backup to a Charles Oliveira, be my guest. But it should be Dan Hooker, Justin Gaethje, next fight up. No question. International Fight Week. Put it together. Make it happen. We need that fight. It's one of the best fights you could put together in the history of MMA. I don't know how that fight plays out in any other way than absolute chaos and disaster for one of them. Ankalaev's got nothing interesting to say at all whatsoever. Don't care. They just end it. Nah, man. This is like the last guy live. That's tough, dog. What else we got to talk about? Anything? Anything else? ESPN Plus still fucking not working. I hope Fiziev doesn't drop in the rankings anymore, but they're probably going to move Patty ahead of him. Jalen Turner's going to get dropped out. Give Fiziev Grant Dawson next. Go ahead, run that shit. I think Fiziev is definitely a top. I think Fiziev is a top 5 fighter at lightweight, in all honesty. I think him and Gamrot could arguably be 5 and 6. Max Holloway beat Justin Gaethje. That should be flipped. Okay. Gaethje should be 4-5. I think Fiziev is going to move back in the rankings because they want to put Patty over him to get the rankings of Chandler versus Patty as high as possible. Jalen Turner's dropping out, obviously. I think Fiziev is better than he fucking beat Moicano. I think he's better than Dariush. I think he probably would have beat Gamrot. I think he's better than Chandler at this point. Probably better than Hooker at this point as well, but we got to see Justin and Hooker throw down. Fiziev's probably a top 5 lightweight at this point. I don't see how you could look at it differently, truthfully speaking. But he's got another loss. That's 3 in a row. But the second one, obviously the first to Gaethje and the first one, very close. I thought he won the first. I thought Fiziev won the first fight with Gaethje. I think this one, he lost because he got exhausted down the stretch, short notice fight. And the second one in between was Gamrot. And it was a freak injury, accident type finish. That doesn't really count. That's not a real loss. It's an injury. Non-contact injury. Now, if Gamrot had kicked him in the knee or stomped on his leg or done something to him, Brian Ortega and Yair made that dislocation, made that arm break. I think it was a shoulder dislocation by Ortega. Yair made that happen. That was damage that Yair caused. That should not have been run back in a rematch. That's stupid. But Gamrot and Fiziev, that was a non-contact injury that Fiziev had to deal with, right? Jumps up in the air, falls back down, non-contact, blows out the knee. Had nothing to do with what Gamrot was doing. Fiziev, should not be a loss. Should be a no contest. That's stupid. Same thing with the eye pokes. No contest. If you poke somebody in the eyes, you should not commit a foul and then reap the benefits of that by winning a fight as it goes to the scorecards. That's stupid. Same thing with the injuries. If you get injured in a non-contact fashion, that's a no contest. If somebody's holding your arm and it breaks and they call it off due to an injury, that's damage they caused. Brian Ortega, Yair Rodriguez. Go watch that one. I don't know, man. Not much else to talk about. Getting late. Everybody else is pretty much clocked out for the night. Magomed just left. Don't think anybody else is going to pop back up on the stage for them, so we'll see how it goes the rest of the night. How does Twitter react to it? How do the fans react to this? Magomed, not exciting. Not fun to talk about, really. There's not much to say. Guy's really, really skilled, but does not finish guys and does not go for it. Very timid style from Magomed Ankalaev. He says that his fight style is not boring. It is. He's really good, though. So it sounds like I'm just shitting all over him. He's good and skilled and talented, but his desire and his placement of shots and things like that, shoot in on those takedowns, man. Go for it. Get him down. Beat him up on the ground. Didn't do it at all. Gaethje, obviously, and Fiziev put on an absolute war. Great fight. Fun fight to watch. Man, that was epic. Fiziev taking it on like 10 days' notice, flying across the world, getting in there, making shit happen, saving the card. Gaethje gets the win over an exhausted Fiziev. Fiziev arguably won the first fight, remember. The second fight, if he had a full camp, I think he gets it done. Gaethje versus Makhachev. That shit ain't happening. It better not happen. That's all I'm going to say to John Anik. Please, man, do not let that happen. Jalen Turner retires Ignacio Bahamondes, finishes him off in the first round via submission. Great triangle choke off the bottom. Fantastic shit from Ignacio Bahamondes in that one. The ladies in the fourth fight stink it up. Didn't belong on the pay-per-view main card. Absolutely no way. Disgraceful. That should not have been there whatsoever. Ladies are skilled, but they don't hurt each other. They don't do damage. Call me what you will, but I don't care to see those women fight ever again after that performance. And, of course, in the opening, Mauricio Ruffy gets it done. Fantastic finish over Bobby Green. You will not see the likes of that finish for a long, long time. One of the best finishes you will ever see. Spinning wheel kick knockout. Fakes the left hook. Goes right for the wheel kick. Beautiful finish. Fantastic finish. Oh, my goodness. I'm still buzzing from that finish. Disappointing how the main event played out. The prelims, could barely watch them. ESPN was not working. ESPN Plus could not connect to it. That was the story of the night for many, many fans out there. Longtime fans could not watch their favorite fighters fight tonight, and it's embarrassing that the UFC is on a platform such as ESPN, such as ESPN Plus. They cannot run their stuff properly. They put on great shit. They probably got great production, great camera work, great producers, great directors. They do all that stuff greatly. Perfectly run by ESPN, but the fucking app sucks, and they cannot tell me that it's my Wi-Fi when thousands of other people are having the same exact issue. Tired of that. That is not good for the fans. UFC probably doesn't even care about it. ESPN is fronting the bill for the pay-per-views. They could care less. Are they ever going to fix anything with the UFC's issues on ESPN Plus? I do not know. I highly doubt anything will ever come of that, but UFC 313 ends. For some in disappointing fashion, for others, it is what it is. Magomed Ankalaev proved that he's the best light heavyweight on the world. Halts Alex Pereira in his tracks, but how do you think it went? That's my question to you. Damage-based scoring, does it come into effect? Do you think Alex Pereira did more damage than Ankalaev did? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, all the stuff there. Obviously, Gaethje and Fiziev put on the fight of the night, and Ankalaev with a performance, Ruffy with a performance bonus. But Ankalaev is now your reigning light heavyweight champion following UFC 313 and defeat over Alex Pereira, the biggest star in the UFC right now. Great fight, great skill showed on display by Magomed Ankalaev, but not a true fighter's fighters. I will see you guys next time.